G Talk.
G Talk, about time for G Thoughts. And this is provoked from a man, my co host, my brother, my dear, dear friend, Ja. Want to do G Thoughts. Let's do G Thoughts. A few pods ago, we were talking about feeling lonely in your atmosphere, mind, and heart. And I've realized that they all kind of align together as either the stars in the galaxy and universe. And it's real because sometimes we feel that different type of loneliness. I said something to the effect of, I felt alone in my room and I felt the need to go out to be around other people so I don't feel lonely. And when I arrived to the venue I went to, I saw a lot of people I knew and everybody's having fun, and I still felt lonely. Wasn't until I got back home I left because I didn't want to bring anybody down. I mentioned that in the pod. I didn't want to bring anybody down with me. Everybody's having fun. I'm not. I'm going to go. Got to my room and I was alone. And I realized that I didn't feel lonely. I only felt alone. And I'd rather feel alone than feel lonely. Let's think about that for a second. You could be around a bunch of people and feel lonely. But if you're alone, you know you're alone. And it's okay to be alone. We all need to be alone every now and then. Who hasn't wanted a moment to be alone? Raise your hand. And hence, if it's finally here, you're alone. And you, well, considering my circumstances, if you want to know, you got to watch the previous pods. I didn't want to feel alone. So I went out. And I realized that I didn't want to be alone. I didn't want to be lonely. But everywhere I went, I felt lonely. I couldn't help that. But when I was alone, I was okay. Because I wasn't lonely, I was alone. And that shift, recognizing the difference of the words, separated only by two other letters, I should say, lonely and alone, made me realize that I needed to be alone. I didn't feel lonely because I was with me. I was with me, and me had to calculate, analyze, organize, distribute energy, accept circumstances, and calculate it into something that was going to make me be more productive, smarter, more agile, more calculated, more tactical. That if I could organize my thoughts and my feelings, my goals, not only for today, but for tomorrow and next month and the following, I'll be carving a path that is going to take me to where I need to go, to where I want to go. And sometimes we don't even know where we want to go. All we know is that we just need direction. And this is the part, if you open up a little bit when you are alone, not lonely, because I was married for 17 years and I felt lonely for a very long time. But alone, walking the path that I paved with strength, stamina, determination, and a surge of motivation, it was open enough to allow something else in. And something else came in, and I'm not sure if I manifested it or if my man Ja just helped me clear the path. Made all the difference. When I was pretty much left for dead, alone, I found my strength. Alone, I remembered who I was. That teenager back in the days that got anything he wanted, any job, any car, any girl. An unprecedented surge of motivation eclipsed 3 decades later, and I feel unstoppable. There's nothing I can't do. I cannot be stopped by anybody or anything. I could fall, drop, face first. I know what I went through the last 3 months. Nothing's going to be worse than that. And moving forward, I know I could take whatever challenges comes my way, and I could chop it up the way it's supposed to be chopped up, so you could take away piece by piece until there's nothing left and you continue moving forward. That's the way it goes. That's the mentality that you will earn once you recognize your worth and recognize that nothing really happens until you love yourself enough to the point that you are willing to fight as you fought for anything or anyone else and forgot to fight for yourself. That was me. I'm speaking for myself. And I share this just in case anybody else if this reaches you, then I'm talking to you, because you know how that shit goes. We don't know. For me, the last, I don't know how many years, I just wanted to be a good dad and a good husband. I try my best, but there was a lot missing. I wasn't loving myself in the process. And after I separated and I was by myself, alone, not lonely, alone, I found my strength. I have daily goals, weekly, monthly, and long-term goals. And I've been chugging away at it every single day. Now, granted, I do miss my goals every now and then, but I make up for it the next day, or the day prior, I did really well. Yep. Let's just focus on the most important person in your life. And the most important person in your life is you. Because once you're good, everything around you become good. Because if you're not good, it doesn't matter what's good around you. You can't accept it. You can't reciprocate it. It cannot be allowed in because you're not good. And I know that shit makes sense to everybody. So that is my G thought for today. Being alone is not the same as being lonely. So it's okay to be alone. It is not okay to be with someone and feel lonely. If you know, you know. God bless ya. Salud. This is the G thought.